Formative pruning. We ideally want to create a nice sphere so it becomes a round ball from every angle. You want to take your primary view, which you probably have two here, one from being in the centre of the garden and one from the back door, which would be over here. So what you want to achieve is a nice ball from those 2 points, and then the secondary viewpoints isn't so essential. The first step is you identify your new top. So you go straight into the middle and we find a new top point. Our new top point, so let's say here, you want to take it to its next grower ideally, so you're always taking them back to pruning points. So there we have our new top. Everything from here we work down. So if you look here, they're both higher. 1, 2 is higher. We need to work down. So from your top point, you sort of gauge the idea of a globe going, curving down and around all the way. So you start by picking one angle, working down the curve. Pick another angle, work down the curve. And then you trim in the middle to give it the perfect match. If you're doing a bigger tree or shrub, or small tree, so it's good to have someone on the floor to pinpoint to you, because you can't always gauge the exact points you want to go to. You can get a rough idea, but having someone on the ground, they can give you an accurate mark of where to go to. So what I've done here with my top is I've then done a few snips just to work gradually down. So if you see, I'm gradually curving down to create that global shape. What I'm doing with every cut as well is taking it flat with the growth, so it's 90 degrees. So here it's nice and flat and even, rather than doing at an angle like that, as it's unprofessional, it's not a correct pruning point. And what can also happen is tears. So you cut and you tear it. What you need to do is get rid of this tear, as it's unattractive and unprofessional. So we just take it down to the next point, trim it there, just have to accept the fact that there'll be a little gap potentially. If it's a minimal tear, such as this, and it's going to disturb the shape by taking away, then we can leave that, but ideally we don't want to have that. Try and hide it with a leaf or something. So what I've done is done half. So you can see this half curves down globally, this half is all sort of. So what we need to do now is blend this half in with the other half, ensuring we keep an even shape each side to give it an overall sphere. Now I've done one half, so I've got my top point, I've worked my way down around the front, and then from down there I've ensured that from those views it looks round. So now what I do is work this way, so I've got my top point again, and I do the same thing, but as I snip this side, I want to match it with this side. So if I look, I've got one going down to here, I then need to match this one in with it. So I can't always go to the perfect pruning point above a grower, so sometimes I go slightly higher, but that's okay to get the right shape. Up the top there, you can walk around, or if you've got someone on the ground spotting, take a look at your shape, because if you notice, it's just sort of there, it's a bit sticky outy, and down here, as you walk around, you just want to make those corrections. And again, you can see out there it's just a bit fluffy, and down here again. So we can now go back. If you actually look up the top, that tear really sticks out, so I'll have to take that lower. So by taking the top down slightly, I've cured the problem of the tear, but it just meant a couple had to go down slightly lower just to match in. We've got a much more global shape, and then here it's got sort of more of a ball, but that's just more sideways ball, just naturally the way it's grown, where it's leaning out this way. But overall the viewpoints are good.